Well, after the last few days, today is surprisingly mild. Today's day 4, by the way, since we left Fazy. I'm surprised. It's like it's flip-flopping. Like one day's miserable, the next day's sunny and bright. One day's miserable, and now it's sunny and bright. So I'm going to take advantage of this for a few hours and go that way a little bit. Day 5. We made it to Rugeley yesterday and parked up, and opposite the Rugeley Underground Hotel, which is behind me. I've done the shopping this morning and it isn't too cold. It was raining this morning, but I'm gonna plough on for a couple of hours and find a nice spot closer to Great Haywood. And we've been chatting to some people we met in Fazeley a while back, and they suggested that maybe we turn on to the Tixall Wide for a couple of days and just enjoy that spot. So we might not get there today, but we might venture that way as a little detour tomorrow. Alright, well this was quite a nice move. We've took a slight detour and then the weather's decided to play ball. This is great. When we came round the corner and the canal all opened up, it's a peculiar feeling because you get used to being on narrow stretches on the canal, and so when it opens up it's a little bit like, ooh, there's so much water on both sides. And it took me back to when I was working as an instructor and we're offshore and diving in the ocean, and I got that feeling of wide open watery spaces again, so it was nice. But yeah, beautiful day and a beautiful location. Alright, so back in 1771, only a few years ago, old Thomas Clifford, who owned the house over there, that's the gatehouse that's in the distance, but he owned the house over there, wouldn't allow the canal to be constructed through his property unless they made it look like a lake, so that it wouldn't spoil his view. Can't be having these peasants transporting coal through my neighbourhood. So I guess in many ways it's the same as if you had a house today and someone wanted to build a motorway going through your property. I mean, that's the only equivalent I can think of. Another good thing about here, woke up this morning and the sun was coming up over there, and because we're kind of elevated from over there, you see all that coming up, and then it was frosty and then all the mist rises. It's beautiful. And then on the other side we've got the old gatehouse, Thomas Clifford's part, well, the only existing part of what was Thomas Clifford's place back in the day, and then the expanse of water clearly No, it's beautiful. If it's like this tomorrow, I'm going to stay an extra day and go for a wander down that way, because we're not travelling that way on this occasion. We're going to be heading back up that way and further up the Trent Mesrsey either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And it's nice, I'm happy. It's nice to be exploring again. It's nice to be not knowing what's around the corner again, because we got familiar with certain stretches of canal recently and we've reignited that kind of curious exploration and wonderment. Love it. Awesome. It's not even that bloody cold today. It's muddy though. Oh my god, is it muddy. Alright, well, apologies for the delay. I've had a few weeks of procrastination and lack of motivation, but finally got this one out. So the detour to Tixall Wide was well worth it. It's very, very beautiful, and I'd like to continue further down that canal at some point in the future, but we've got plenty of time to do that. The whole thing now about us heading off into canals and areas that we've not explored since we've been on the boat has kind of revitalised us a little bit. It's just nice. It's what new lock after new lock, and the little bridge fetish that I've got. Look at all the new bridges is really cool. So we're enjoying the sort of venturing into new territory. And as I said in the last vlog, of all the journeys I've done around the world, I've never been to Wales, so I've got that to look forward to as well. I want to thank a few people as well. A fair few of you have used the buy me a coffee link to buy us coal or coffee or beers, mostly beers, and it's very much appreciated. So I'd like to give a big shout out to all the way out in Alabama, James Riley and his grandson Luke Colton in Alabama. Thank you for the beers, much appreciated. Old school friend Paresh as well. I do prefer having a beer with you in person, Parish, but thanks very much, much appreciated. Warms my cockles of an evening. Nigel, cheers as well, and Paul and Liz from Narrowboat Edmund, so thank you as well. It was a toss up with yours, coal beer, but it ended up being beer. So, oh, and also I bumped into Jackie and Heidi from the Narrowboat Pirates, and they also popped over this morning before we left for a quick chat and a goodbye, and brought me a few beers as well, so thank you very much. It was lovely meeting the pair of you. Right, I've been getting quite a lot of feedback about the photographs that we do, and both myself and Camille both thoroughly love photography. So I'm going to sign off now with that and leave you to look at all the photographs, and I'll see you all next week. Cheers.